I recently made a video about fragrances that are worth every single penny. You guys really liked it. However, some of you wished that the fragrance that you really love was in this list. So what I did is I went through all the messages you guys sent me and I picked the ones that were most mentioned. So get ready, make some notes, because all of these in this video are your choices and they're awesome. I have to admit something to you though. Centrail subscribers have really good taste. All right, jokes aside, here's the first one chosen by you. It is going to be Allure Sport from 2012. Jacques Polge created this stunner of a fragrance right here. It is going to be a green citrus with a little bit of vanilla, tonka, and a musk dry down. Now what initially draws you in is going to be a mandarin and mint in the opening. It's a really beautiful fragrance. It has above average longevity and protection, just like the next one from Chanel. So this is Allure Sport from 2012. O Extreme was the first choice. A lot of you picked. If you watched the earlier version of this video, I guess this is sort of like part 2 or something like that. If you're interested in that one, I will link it above. Just like in that one, most of the fragrances I had 2. And in this one, it's going to be very similar. We have some of them that have 3, most of them will have 2, and there's only a couple on here that'll have 1. The second one from Chanel is going to be Chanel Platinum Egoist. This one came out in 1993, and this one right here still sells like hotcakes. Platinum Egoist from Chanel. Now there's a couple of other clones out there that smell very similar, but let me tell you, the Platinum Egoist still smells amazing all day long. It's going to be a fresh green, a little bit aromatic, has some petitgrain and sort of a geranium veil. Platinum Egoist was mentioned a lot by you guys. But there's also going to be another one. Can you guess which one it is? Did you guess it? Of course you guessed it. It's going to be a Bleu de Chanel. This one came out in 2010. There at this point are 3 available options. This is the Eau de Toilette, there's an Eau de Parfum, and there is going to be a parfum edition. My favorite one, the most versatile one, is probably going to be the Eau de Parfum. I also like the Parfum, and actually when it's really super hot outside, I also like the Eau de Toilette. Now it's 2010, a lot of people say it's overworn or whatever, but don't let that stop you. This is an amazing scent. Bleu de Chanel is going to be, and always will be, and always is going to be worth the price. You will smell absolutely phenomenal, and hey, if you can afford the Bleu de Chanel, because you can't get these at discounters for like anything off, so it's going to be right around $100. If you can afford it, wear it. I still wear it and I love it, and I get compliments on it. So I understand why you guys put this one or asked for this one in the list. Makes perfect sense. My next 2 are going to be from Mugler. Now I don't really agree with these 2, my next 2 being in this every penny list. Not because they aren't awesome, but because you can't really get them at retail anymore. And therefore, you know, the prices have gone through the roof and you can't get them at retail. So if you find any one of these 2, these next 2, for under $100, for the love of fragrance, pick them up. It's going to be well worth it. And what we have Pure Havane and we have Pure Malt from Mugler. Okay, Pure Malt is going to be a sweet caramel with a touch of whiskey, a little bit of coffee, and the Pure Havane is going to be a sweet honey with a touch of cacao and a little bit of tobacco in this one as well. These 2 are without a doubt 2 of the best from the line. If you see these anywhere for under $100, go ahead and pick them up. You will definitely like them. They're a little bit on the heavier side, but they're really, really nice. So I understand why you guys picked them, because you guys have good taste. Yeah. So if you can see those for under $100. Now, if you find these somewhere for over $100, because they're hard to find even then, and you think it's worth picking them up, let me know in the comments. But you know, you don't have to spend a ton of money to smell really awesome. Thankfully, the subscribers of this channel, Centrail, have really done a great job in picking the next 2, and I really enjoyed those as well. It's going to be from the house of Mont Blanc, and the first one from that house that you guys picked is going to be Mont Blanc Individual, and this one is going to be from 2003. Pierre Bourdon is behind this fragrance, the perfumer. It's the same one, Pierre Bourdon, that's behind a much more expensive fragrance that smells a lot like this one from the House of Creed, original Santal. I'll blend it up for you right there. Same perfumer, and it smells absolutely amazing. And you can get this one right here at a really good price online, and I promise you it's worth it. It'll make you smell amazing for a really good price. It's worth being in this list. The next one is even cheaper than this one and is going to be Mont Blanc, and it is Star Walker. Star Walker came out in 2005, and it has sort of a woody citrus feeling to it with the interesting note of bamboo. And that is Star Walker from Mont Blanc. You can often find these just kind of hidden around sort of the resellers. It's a beautiful fragrance. I sprayed this one yesterday and wore it for a little bit. I actually am surprised that this one right here is going to have above average sort of longevity for a freshie. I didn't think it was going to last very long. Now, it didn't project crazily, but it did last quite a while, and I got whiffs for it, or of it, for at least like 4 to 5 hours, which is not bad for a fragrance that you can pick up for like $20 or something like that. It's amazing. Star Walker from 2005, and those two were picked by you from Mont Blanc. Another amazing way to smell fabulous, you know what that is? It's to hit the like and subscribe for more fragrance content. I would love to have you on board. But let's move right on to our next two. And someone said, hey, why isn't Guerlain in this list? And I absolutely agree. The House of Guerlain is one of my favorite fragrance houses, and there are so many fragrances. I had to pick two out of the ones that were mentioned. And so what I did is I picked an older one from a while ago and something a little bit newer, because the note in the newer one is a very popular note right now. So the first one that's going to be a little bit more on the mature side is going to be Heritage from Guerlain. This one came out in 1992. It's a little bit more on the mature side, but it's called Heritage for a reason. This one is so amazing. It's a beautiful fragrance. Now you gotta like a little bit of, you know, the classics. But if you like Tom Ford, Beau de Jour, if you like Roger Dove, Danger, then you're most likely going to like this one. So this is my first choice of the older ones that smell really good. Like I said, if you like Roger Dove's Danger or Beau de Jour by Tom Ford, you're pretty much gonna like this one, and it's gonna be a lot cheaper. My next one is also gonna be a Guerlain, because we have two, right? And this one is going to be a 2016 fragrance, and this one is going to be L'Homme Ideal, and this is the Eau de Parfum. I love this one right here. It's going to be a sweet almond and cherry, sort of on a bed of soft leathery suede. You can pretty much pick any one you like out of this line, and it's going to have a little bit of the almond. I like this one because it has a cherry note in it, and that's what I was saying earlier. It's a popular note right now. Cherry sort of seems to be the note of this year. So this one will be right on par. It's beautifully done. That whole line is very nice. You just have to like the note of almond, which is not bad at all. It's very smooth. This is the Eau de Parfum, so this is my pick from the Guerlain that's a little bit newer. I really enjoy this one. But not only the House of Guerlain has a beautiful lineup of fragrances that, in my opinion, are worth every penny. You also picked a couple of fragrances from the House of Hermes. You picked the 2006 fragrance, Terre de Hermes, and you picked Voyage from 2010. I'm surprised to see the 2010 Voyage on this list. It doesn't get a lot of talk in the fragrance community, even though this is a fabulous scent. Personally, I like this fragrance because it is sort of a spicy green tea fragrance. I have both. This one also comes in the Eau de Parfum, which is this one right here. It's in black. I do prefer the original though, the Eau de Toilette. Great choices, really. I'm surprised that you guys actually mentioned this one because it doesn't get a lot of talk in the fragrance community. However, the next one is one that I understand why it's in here because people talk about it a lot. It's been around since 2006. I have a massive bottle of it. I don't think I'll ever use it. And it is Terre de Hermes 2006. It's sort of a dusty orange. It comes in a few different iterations. You have the Ultra Fresh, which is going to be a lighter version of this one. Also very nice for the high heat. And there's also going to be Eau Intense Vetiver. That's right there. And this one, the Eau Intense Vetiver, you can tell that I've used more out of it because I really like the Eau Intense Vetiver. It's probably my favorite out of this lineup right here. You guys picked Terre de Hermes, the original, for good reason. It is a wonderful sort of dusty orange scent. Perfect choice for people who have good taste. Now, my next two are going to be a bargain. And remember, I said that there were going to be some of them that have 2 and 3. The next two are going to be two fragrances from car manufacturers worth every penny. The first one that you chose is going to be Bentley for men. You see this one in a lot of lineups. Although for me, I would go with the original one. This one right here is a real powerhouse. It's got really strong protection, really amazing longevity. It's a true masculine sort of cowboy fragrance. So I like the original a little bit better. It's a little bit of a toned down version. I don't really believe in walking into a store or into a place and like lighting it up with my fragrance. Don't really care for it too much. However, it's a great fragrance, and you guys picked this one because it is worth the price. You can pick this one up at a store for a really good price. And I love the little tops on there. It's like the little thing in the car that you turn. Yeah, even though the sprayer is a little bit small. But it's powerful, powerful, powerful. Yeah, but like I said, I would go with the original one, not this one, but you guys love this one. My next car manufacturer that you guys picked, and I happen to have, is going to be a Mercedes-Benz, and it's the Benz Club Black. You also see this one in a lot of lists because it is really, truly a beautiful fragrance. It is a smoky, ambery vanilla. It is created by Olivier Cresp. This one is also available online for a really good price, and it is definitely worth a look. If you like a smoky vanilla, it is worth the price for sure. Good choice there. I agree with you. Another one that was mentioned was the House of Prada. And I agree, Prada has some really good fragrances. Now, you guys picked two superstars. The first one that you picked is a 2018 fragrance. It's a musky smell with the note of Angelica. It's Prada Luna Rossa, and it is black. It has a little bit of patchouli in there as well. Great fragrance. Lots of people love it. Some people say that the fragrance on skin for them has a little bit of an eggy smell. I don't get that too much. I do like it. It's a really good fragrance, and I think I've featured this one in a couple of recent videos. So I feel like I'm kind of overdoing a little bit, but you guys pick this one. This is definitely one that's a must-have from the Prada Luna Rossa line. I really enjoy that one. The next one you picked, of course, was the Prada LOM, and it's the Intense. Now, unfortunately, this one right here is going to be discontinued. It's a fabulous fragrance. If you can get your hands on it, please do. It is a wonderful fragrance. It is not so easy to find anymore. If I find another bottle for a good price, I'm going to pick it up because I really enjoy this one. You can't see how much is in there, but I've worn quite a bit of it, and I'm kind of sad that I did. Now, I'm going to leave it up to your discretion. If you think that this one is worth every penny because it is discontinued and it is going to be higher in price. So at this point, for this one, you're going to spend $150 and upwards, since you can't buy it at the retailers and you have to buy it somewhere else. Let me know in the comments if you still think this is worth every penny. Now, you guys did choose this one because it smells fabulous, and from that perspective, it is worth every penny, but is it still worth 150 US? Let me know in the comments. It's a wonderful fragrance. You can go with the original Prada LOM, although it's not going to have this wonderful sort of melancholy vibe that this one has. It's gorgeous. I love this one. My next two are also two that are really amazing, and they're from the house of Dior. And the one mentioned by Dior is Dior, or the new Dior Elixir from 2021. This little gorgeous fella right here. It is a powerhouse fragrance. It's very, very strong. 2021. It's phenomenal. I really enjoy this one. Also has a bit of a melancholy vibe to it. François Desmarchis is, of course, behind it. However, once again, you know, it's 2-ounce bottle, 60 milliliters. It's going to be, a little bit expensive because it's not 3 ounces or 3.2 ounces or anything like that. However, the redeeming quality on this one is, of course, it smells fabulous, and you only really need 2 sprays. Someone actually said that they spray Dior Savage, the Elixir. They spray it the night before on their clothes so it doesn't smell so overpowering, and it smells more like it's their scent throughout the next day. And spraying it the night before so you smell great the next day, I mean, now that's power. What do you think of that? And I'm going to close out with another Dior, and it's going to be Dior Savage, and it's going to be the original. Yes, not the Johnny Depp one, but the one from Edmund Rudnitska is the perfumer behind this one. Dior Savage came out in 1966, the original one. Of course, this is a later bottle, but it smells absolutely wonderful. You're going to have it's going to be an aromatic citrus, somewhat gentlemanly. It's earthy, it's woody, it's got some moss in there. It is true perfection in a sort of barbershop sort of scent. This is classy. You can wear this one with a suit. You can wear it to work, completely inoffensive. You got to be a little bit more of a gentleman. It's probably a little bit for an older crowd. You can totally rock this if you're younger, but remember, you have to wear the fragrance. Don't let the fragrance wear you. It is just a fragrance. All I can say is wear it, try it, and you will see. This one is absolutely worth every penny. I hope you had fun. If you did, don't forget to like and maybe even subscribe for more fragrance content. I would love to have you on board in Central. Until next time, I want you to take good care of yourself. Always smell nice, and I will talk to you